Detroit Tigers traveling up to Seattle to take on the Seattle Mariners in Game 5 of the ALDS. Winner takes all here on Friday, October 10th, 2025. We get your best bets video for this game. We got a player prop and a game pick. Let's lock in and get a 2-0 sweep in Major League Baseball.
Well, my presence isn't real. It's another bad one like this is scale. It's straight fire. All my bets straight from. You're in the house that cat made now. Straight fire.
My name is Steve, and if you guys are new to the channel, please be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Boy, it does help me out, guys. We're on the road to 10,000 subscribers. Appreciate all of your guys' support, as always. Let's get into it here today. So we struggled in baseball yesterday. We're going to go over those results in just a moment, but we hit a plus 3,500 in the NFL last night. Kind of offset our baseball days, so we ended up actually having a decent night last night. We cashed both our player props in the NFL, and we hit a plus 3,500 parlay, which was pretty cool. It was one of the bigger parlays we've hit at the channel. But in baseball, doing a baseball recap, I wish I didn't have to. We went 0-2. Just 2 plays. We had the Brewers money line, which made me look completely foolish. Brewers end up getting shut out 6-0. And then our hits, runs, RBIs parlay, which I thought was decent. We had Teoscar Hernandez to get 1 and Bryce Harper to get 1. Hernandez comes through and gets 1, and Bryce Harper ends up not getting a hit in 5 plate appearances. So that obviously hurt. Got an extra one there in the extra innings and couldn't get it done. So definitely disappointing, guys. Obviously, we wanted to do a little bit better there. In baseball. Baseball's been a struggle of late, but like I said, the NFL was great to us last night, so I come into the day kind of excited just about that parlay because it was pretty cool to cash that. But we got 2 plays of baseball today. I love the value that we have. So I think we can get a bounce back here today in baseball, and that is obviously the hope, and hopefully we can close this season out strong. I didn't have any comic cappers in the chat that hit. It was really a rough day, I think I could say, across the sport for most of us here. So let's have a bounce back day. Comic cappers, give me your best pick down in the chat. Let me know what you're playing. Put a star or an asterisk next to your pick, and we'll include your pick in our next video if it hits. Let's bounce back, guys. Don't lose your confidence. And like I said, just bet cautiously. You don't have to go crazy on these bets. You can definitely lower your unit size if you would like as well. So without further ado, last thing, just check out the links down below in the pinned comment description. Any links you're looking for here on the channel, membership, merchandise, and social media links are all down below. Keep in mind we have NFL content also live as well that you guys can check out. Our Week 6 spreads and totals video is live. So make sure you guys go give that a watch here after this. Quite a lengthy video. We've already hit our first spread pick in that with the Giants. So make sure you guys go check that out. We're doing pretty solid now on spreads. We're starting to get on a nice run with spreads. So make sure you guys check that video out. Outside of that, let's get right into our picks here for baseball today in this Tigers versus Mariners game. At number 1, we are going with Riley Green. Over 1.5 bases here for the Detroit Tigers. We got plus 180 odds on Fanatics. So my thought process here is, guys, we could take the hits, runs, RBIs, which is a common market for me. I haven't been playing bases props of late, but he's got the same hit rates to this, and we're getting a lot better value. I think at the end of the day, we're probably going to need that extra base hit in this one. But I am confident that he could do it. He's hit this line in 5 of 7 postseason games so far, which I love to see that. It's a 70% hit rate to this in the postseason, which is great. We saw him hit a home run, obviously, his last game there in game number 4 there versus the Mariners. So he's pretty locked in at the plate. He's definitely performing here in the postseason. Been also particularly good going on the road, going 4 out of 5 on the road as well, which is obviously pretty good so far in the postseason. Riley Green, 4 of 13 off of George Kirby since 2021 with a home run. That's a 300-plus batting average with a homer. So you like seeing that extra base hit power there. Green batting .276 versus righty pitching this season. George Kirby allowing a .262 batting average to lefty batters, which is honestly pretty good at this time of year. You're getting a quality pitcher pretty much every start. But Kirby a little bit vulnerable to lefty batters, right? And there's certainly a couple lefty batters that could hurt him in this lineup with Kerry Carpenter and Riley Green. But Riley Green's the guy that's been hitting right now. And he's been doing a great job, obviously, for this team. Like I said, I love the value. If I'm going to risk some money today, in Major League Baseball, which is tough this time of year because, like I said, everything's tight, right? Part of the issue with taking any hitters, in the postseason is, there's just not a ton of opportunities, right? So we're just taking one guy, hopefully here to get it done versus George Kirby. I think he could do it here. And like I said, for the value, you can't beat plus 180. I think that's obviously phenomenal value. That's value I can get behind. Obviously here today on Riley Green. I'm looking, like I said, I like the way he's been showing up so far in the postseason. He's kind of like one-name guys that you got to look at, guys that have been doing it in the postseason. We've had a few. Vlad Guerrero was one for the Blue Jays. Jackson Chourio right now on the Brewers. There's some guys that have been doing pretty good in the postseason. So you just got to find the right ones. Riley Green is certainly one of those as well. So love it there, guys, for number one pick. We're going Riley Green. 2+ bases here for the Detroit Tigers. We got plus 180 odds here on Fanatics. Okay, and at number 2, with that being said, we're going with the Detroit Tigers. First 5 innings, minus 0.5 run line. Here versus the Seattle Mariners, plus 110 odds on MGM. Risking unit here. So, ideal situation, right? In the first 5 innings, Riley Green hits a solo home run. And that's probably all you're going to need. Because you got Tariq Skubal going on the mound here for the Tigers. I don't need to tell you guys how good Tariq Skubal is and how much of a shutdown pitcher he is. So, big edge here for the Tigers, pitching-wise. Even between him and George Kirby, I will obviously take Tariq Skubal. Obviously, he's the game's best pitcher. And I think everyone pretty much knows that, right? I think he's pretty much in a league of his own. Some of the things he can do on the mound, he's got absolutely filthy stuff. And for most batters, plain and simple, it's just not fair. This guy pounds the strike zone. He comes out of the strike zone when you think it's a strike and you have to swing at it. It's just, I've watched some of his starts. I'm just like, man, he'll throw pitches out of the zone and batters are still swinging because they're just he's in such great command of his stuff. That he's just electric. Obviously, he throws the ball hard. He can throw the ball 100. And obviously, he locates with the best of them. So, I love Skubal on the mound. I also love the momentum shift. If you talk about game number 4, what happened? The Tigers were down 3-0. The Tigers were down 3-0. Mariners had them on the ropes, and the Tigers scored 9 unanswered runs to win that game. They're 9-3. So, big momentum shift, and this is going to be a lot to overcome here for the Mariners. Now with Skubal going on the mound, how do you go into this game with confidence? You're going up against the game's best. You know that George Kirby knows he's going to have to be perfect to win a game. Not that he can't do it. George Kirby's been pretty good of late. But like I said, there's a few lefty bats in this Detroit Tigers lineup that I think can get to him. I think that's really the concern. If I'm a Mariners fan, I'm worried about guys like Riley Green and Kerry Carpenter. Those are the guys that can hurt you with a solo shot. So I think one of those guys hits a homer today. I don't know exactly. I'm hoping it's Riley Green. I'm thinking it's going to be Riley Green. Hard to predict a home run, but I think one of these Detroit lefty batters gets to him and makes him pay. And like I said, I believe Tariq Skubal throws up a 0 in the first 5 of this game. No doubt about it. I think he's going to put up a 0 in the first 5 innings here. So the question then becomes, can the Tigers get 1? I think so. Obviously, runs have been tough. As you guys have seen in the postseason, there's been a lot of 0s in the first 5s of games. So honestly, taking the under in the first 5 is also a great look as well. I'd be torn between that and taking the Tigers, but I'm going to take the Tigers because I think Skubal could lock it down. And I think they can get to Kirby. I believe today is the day. Like I said, with the momentum they have going up into Seattle, I think Tigers get this done in the first 5. And I think the Tigers ultimately advance. I think this is going to be the day where you see the Tigers break through and obviously move on to the next round. So, do love it there, guys, for number 2 pick. We're going to the Detroit Tigers, first 5 innings, minus 0.5 run line. Here versus the Seattle Mariners, plus 110 odds on BetMGM. All right, guys, that's it for our picks. If you guys enjoyed the content, as always, make sure you guys hit the like and subscribe button. Always appreciate that on the road to 10,000 subscribers. Really actually excited for this game, guys. This is going to be a lot of fun to watch. Great pitching matchup. Great matchup of underdog teams, right? Historically, small market teams getting it done. going on to the next round. It's going to be a really fun ALCS, honestly, between the Blue Jays and whoever they end up playing, either the Tigers and the Mariners. Small market wins this year, which is cool. It's good seeing Toronto be good. It's good seeing teams like Seattle be good, and even Detroit. Teams that historically have had a lot of trouble getting there are going to have their shot. And one of these three teams is obviously going to go to the World Series, which is going to be pretty cool, whoever it is. I'm excited for whoever's going to the World Series. So it should be fun to watch. But as always, appreciate you guys. Hit the like and subscribe. Check out our NFL video as well, guys. Would really appreciate that. It's a big video. We're already off to a good start in spreads in that one. We did miss the total in it because I took the under 40.5 in that video. But we had the Giants plus the 7.5. I mean, the Giants just stormed them last night. It's a crazy game last night. So, outside of that, guys, that will do it for me. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and we'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.